Hi, Taurus. This is Just with your September 2020 weekly general read. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far, Taurus. People are trying to start trouble at your job. For some of you, I feel like you've gotten a handle of some confusing situation. You know who's who, you know. You know who's who, and some of you are just buying your time, okay? You're not going to rush. You're not going to be pushed. You're not going to be forced. I feel you do have an ally at work, though, someone who does protect you, champion for you, communicate with you, let you know what's going on. Some of you, I feel like you may have there may have been a fallout or some type of discord at the workplace. You do have haters. If you're looking for work and it's been going really slow, it's extremely competitive. It's really unfair competitiveness going on out there. I feel for some of you, it looks like it's going to be positive news coming your way very soon about a job of moving forward to the next level. So that's good. But I feel for some of you, you're tired of where you are. You're making some changes and adjustments. If not, if you have been bogged down with too much work, that's going to lessen, and you'll be able to kind of start a new project in one thing, starting something new. And for all of you, that ending of one thing and starting something new will be different. But again, you're not going to push a Taurus back up against the corner. You're not going to force them to work faster and harder. You're working pretty hard, it looks like to me, but you're not going to fall into whatever's been going on in this workplace. Looks a little chaotic, or just a little bit of drama is what it looks like to me. And if someone, it looks like to me someone has it out for you. You know what kind of person this is, but you know how to handle people like that too. So you just don't allow people to get you out of sorts, and you take your time. And either it's going to be eventually you're leaving and you're going to be putting a lot of efforts toward that, or you'll be ending one cycle and whatever was an issue, that's going to end, and then things will lighten up and you can kind of move forward. So is getting a lot better is what it looks like to me. You also may have a suitor or someone that really fancies you at the workplace. It doesn't have to be intimate, but someone really does like you quite a bit at the workplace. They respect you highly. Now I have to tell you, for some of you, I get this week for a lot of you could be indulging a little bit too much, so be careful with that, the eating and all of that. I feel for some of you, you're trying to get out of school or you're trying to get into school. So there's like I said, starting something or wrapping something up, doing it at the same time, because one thing will end and another thing will start. You're not really sure. How all of this is going to work out. Whatever this is, you're not 100% sure if it's going to work out, how it's all going to work out, because it doesn't feel stable and there's no real guarantee, and that gives you room for question, but it's going to work out. Home life, some of you, if you're home alone, meaning you occupy your space alone as an adult, I have to tell you, somebody is missing you. Somebody wants back in. Somebody wants you to forgive them. You know this. Some of you, they may have already reached out and asked for apologies. You may have seen them and they look horrible. There's something about somebody from your past, and I'm going to read it 3 different ways. For the first group, like I said, somebody wants back in. They want you to forgive them. You know that this has gone on too long, and someone just may be completely beaten up over this. This could be you too. I do see what could be some form of a loss. So my condolences if someone is physically going to lose someone. So my condolences. And with that loss of an individual is a domino effect, because now you have to deal with people that you would rather not deal with. It could be a dysfunctional family situation, all of that. So now it's like something that has gone on too long, you have to address, is all that I see here in your home life. Home life doesn't mean just what's going on directly in the home, but it's significant people outside of the workplace in your more intimate lives, right? That is significant enough to come up in your reading. So that being said, again, there is this having something going on too long, having to address it, right? And it is with heavy heart because of some form of a loss. Okay. And then I see a third group of you. Well, you're missing someone. Yes, you are. They could have been a manipulator of some sort. And you're wondering, have they moved on to love again, to love anew? And it kind of makes you realize just how much of an effect this person still has or has had on you. And it's almost like for some of you, I have to tell you, because all of this is coming up for you, you may have a period, a little couple of hours or a day or two where you're not in the best mood. You may have to, dry your eyes and go through your little mourning process of getting over this person. Others of you, you probably know this person is coming back to you. You probably know that there was another woman here. There's some things about the situation you already know. Some of you probably already know what everything that I'm saying. If you can relate, you may already know these things. And it's only a matter of time that you have to take care of something. For some of you, it could be judgments. I see here. And here's the thing that I find so funny. Some of you you're wanting someone to come back, or you're wanting something to come, but at the same time, you don't trust it. You don't believe it, but you're acting as if you don't want it. It's too much of a burden. It's too much of a headache. How's this? That sort of thing. And it's that kind of thing. It's like, what are they doing? And then they call you and say, I'm not talking. I don't want to speak to you. That type of thing. Like, it's like you want it. And then at the same time, you don't want it, because it's no guarantee that it's going to work in your favor. Right. So there's that. That's the biggest part of what I'm seeing here going on for you guys. So let's get into love. I have to tell you, Taurus singles, the biggest thing that I'm seeing here for you guys is you may be very inquisitive now. You may really be like a beacon of light to people. You're interested in them. You're very dynamic. You're talkative. You yourself just may have a lot going on, and you're kind of up. I'm not gonna say up for whatever, but you're kind of engaging, and very receptive is what it looks like to me. Some of you could be watching somebody from your past. You may be not just, if you're a Taurus, you may be a cross watcher listening to this for a Taurus that you're spying on. So they could be, reaching out or wanting to reach out, but also looking and seeing what's going on with someone. And I have to tell you, if you're getting yourself out there in hopes of getting with new people, looks good. I feel like you guys are going to meet people who are, one, work horses. They work hard. They can be very successful, but they're very stubborn, right? To them, it's almost like my way, and there really isn't another way, because I've been doing this so long. This is the only way that I know how to do it. Those types of people. That's not going to work. Not going to work. And so for those of you who are kind of putting yourself out there with new people, you'll quickly realize that it's just not working. It's just not meshing is what it looks like to me. And the next wants to come back. And next wants to come back. They want to reunite. You definitely have. And for some of you, it could just be you share children with this person, and that gives them an end to come out, or a way to get back into your good graces. I don't think it's working. It's not going to work. Someone thinking that they're more stubborn than you, or they're going to boss you around or put you in that's not going to work. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. The past coming back, not going to work. I just feel like, and it might not work because they're blocked, right? They're blocked, or you will soon block them. And even you coming to some type of realization about someone, they're going to have to work a lot harder. And I feel like this person doesn't even understand. Like, just a phone call is, no, it's not going to work. This half-ass is not going to work. You're going to have to do a whole lot more than that. Yeah, maybe a trinket or two, a couple of dollars or more. There's going to be more that you have to do, right? And I feel you're going to be surprised, because if it is a past person trying to wing their way back in, they will probably do these things. And if it's not during this Virgo season, it'll be probably for some of you Libra season is when you hear from them. And hell, this thing can drag out, child. I mean, you guys can, it's a whole 12-step program. So it could be one of those things. So let's look a little bit deeper and see what's coming up for singles. Why not, right? Yeah. I'm telling you, even a new person coming into your life right now, Taurus, it's going to be a lot of work. Okay. Because again, you're going through a complete transformation. First of all, some of you have a new job coming. You have a new opportunity starting. Someone is pissed off. This water sign, male, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, he doesn't have to be that. It's just somebody is holding back emotionally from you. Could also be using that as a tactic. It's not going to It's not gonna work. Some of you just you know, and it's almost like you're glad. Okay, you're in a bad place. Okay, good. You're hurt now. Okay, fine, great. And they may have a bitter taste in their mouth over you. Okay, and they may feel like, you know, you need to do, or I need you to do dot dot dot. And here's the thing. I just keep hearing no, or no just by default because they can't reach you. You're in a good place, Taurus, by the way. You're protected against a lot of things and people. And I think a lot of it has to just do with the way that you handle people. Just by default, things are going to work out in your favor. So again, you do have people, not just at the workplace, but here, single Tauruses, people who are not pleased with you because now the tables have turned and someone now is in their feelings. Oh, well, I mean, what can you do about it, right? What can you do? I mean, I'm not saying that it's good on them, but sometimes, you know, when you put something out there, it does come back. And for some of you, that is the case. Others of you, somebody just may feel like someone feels like you belong to them and you should have stayed with them no matter what. It's kind of how I see it. And so do I see new love? Yes. New opportunities are coming your way. New money, new business, new projects, but also could be new residents. It's just a new cycles are coming in for you, and definitely new opportunities. People want to invest in you, invest in a relationship with you, but your exes, the ex people, the past people, they kind of right now are leeching on, whether they're speaking to you or not. Someone definitely is starting to feel the effects of not having you around. Now, when it comes to Taurus couples, is your person on the go quite a bit? Here, there, everywhere. There's a major, and I've been seeing this for quite some time, major distance. Also, I just wanted to say, for those of you who have tenants, your tenant also, if they've done something wrong, they were a con artist, they're going to want your forgiveness as well. They may need a place to stay. Again, I see a big fat no. But back to the relationship, Tauruses, I see distance. Some of you may travel for a living. Or again, be distant from one another. Okay. And your person just thinks that you're like a dream come true. There's a lot of love here. It's really good. It's really nice. And then it gets a little confusing. So here's the thing that I see. There's definitely, the issue here is the distance, right? Communication is becoming a little shitty and shabby. And that's the problem. And someone is saying work, but are they hiding behind work? That's the point, right? And then I see all of a sudden almost like an ultimatum. And why is that? It's like things are good and then all of a sudden hell breaks loose. Somebody's not happy and someone goes from cutting somebody off because of it literally goes from everything is okay to now somebody's getting cut off and then they're stressed out. And then this whole all hell breaks loose, or this thing gets completely out of whack. Is it because somebody knows that there's another woman? Is it because somebody is suspecting that when you leave, I know what you're up to? You think I don't know? Is it? What is going on here? Because wait a minute, Taurus. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. For others of you, if you have a distant relationship with someone, they want you, they need you, or vice versa. And it's because there's lack of intimacy. They need the intimacy. They need to have you. What the hell? Okay, so Taurus. Oh my goodness. Ooh. What is it? Ooh. So, okay. Ooh. So you guys have a couple of people vetting for your attention. Okay, so for some of you, you have a couple of people vetting for your attention. Somebody's trying to get back in. And somebody brand new could be coming, okay, into your life. And when I say come back in, I'm talking to you Taurus couples, yes, but either you're about to, or you're at the precipice of a breakup or a breakdown in your relationship, okay? And for some of you, it's because your person is out and about. And they may use these tactical motives like arguing with you and falling out with you only to go out and do things that they have no business. For some of you could be at a crossroads because you have two people vying for your attention and you really don't know who you want. You have a fire sign here who wants back in big time. And then there's an earth sign here who wants your love, time, and attention, which you probably won't give to him. Yeah, okay. So I feel for some of you, you have a manipulator in your midst. And we've been talking about this for quite some time, right? For some of you, it's just some of you are in this position where there's one person who's a bit of a manipulator, and they may use, well, you don't love me. You don't give me enough attention. You don't, as a tactical ploy to step outside of your relationship. You have another person who wants you, still wants you. This is from a familiar person, excuse me. They may have said some really nasty things to you and threw this relationship off balance, but they want to make it right. They don't know how to do it. One way to do it is to stop playing games and commit and stop thinking that this is a fly-by-night thing, but they're starting to understand how important you are to them. So there's one group of you, and this could be two people. Let me read it a third way. You have two men, or it could be women for Taurus men, but you may be one of the men. Let's say that, Taurus men, right? So there is, for the third group of you, you can have these two men. They could be both in your life, and you haven't heard from one in quite some time, and this person wants you back, and somebody else, you may be starting to see that this is, they play games, is what it looks like to me. It could be you doing it, like I said. So there is this energy for some of you where one of your stories is about one who's realizing the significance of this relationship, just don't know how to kind of get back in your good graces. And then you have the other one who is going to screw this whole thing up because they are kind of taking you for granted. And I feel like they think that you don't know what's going on. That's what I see here, plain as day. So in the extended, we're going to look at your person. How do you feel about you? The relationship, what do they want to tell you deep down inside? What's the challenges? What secrets are they keeping? Where do they want the relationship to go, and what will be their actions toward you? Also, what's going to be the outcome in Aries through Pisces? How do they feel about you? So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. If you want a personal read, you can click the link to my website, set something up for yourself. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Taurus.